Well, after what seems like a hell of a long wait, it's finally here. I'm talking about the 2019 Jeep Wrangler. The one you can see behind me, the one I've been driving, is the Rubicon specification, so the properly hardcore off-road version. And that's just as well, because we are here, have a look out there at the remote west coast of Tasmania. This is one of the most beautiful places in Australia. The four-wheel driving we're doing is on a track called Criticise track, which is one of the toughest in the state, if you believe the local guides around here. Let's take a quick look at the cabin first and then get out there in the mud. The cabin changes are headed up by the infotainment and driver display improvements, but these extend to seat comfort, the types of materials used throughout, and the quality of the switchgear. Uconnect worked faultlessly, and the touchscreen is responsive and clear. While this might look like the previous model to the untrained eye, the new Wrangler shares just 5% of its parts with the model it replaces. Much of the improvement is felt from behind the wheel. While we tested the Rubicon variant at launch, and we tested it off-road specifically, you cannot ignore the improvements to the Onroad refinement. The cabin is quieter, it feels more solid and insulated, and the changes to the controls mean that it feels more like a premium four-wheel drive than any Wrangler before it. It's no surprise that the Wrangler delivers off-road, but there's no doubt that the Rubicon is the most capable four-wheel drive you can buy off the showroom floor. Locking front and rear diffs, deep low range gearing, near perfect steering and throttle reaction, and the switchable front sway bar combine to deliver smooth progress, serious wheel articulation, and genuine grip in all conditions. Both the diesel and petrol engines performed well off-road, and despite some commentary from fans that the diesel would need to be bigger to deliver more power, we didn't find that to be an issue off-road. Criticise track outside Strahan in Tasmania provided the toughest launch drive I've ever experienced for an off-road vehicle from any manufacturer, and the Wrangler Rubicon made it look easy. Wow, what a privilege this is. This is some of the most beautiful territory I've ever experienced in Australia. And the great thing about off-roading is that you get to see landscape like this that you could never hope to see if you say on sealed roads. And I've got to tell you, the Jeep Wrangler in Rubicon specification specifically is probably one of the best vehicles you could take in order to see this kind of landscape. We've seen that it's incredibly capable, and it makes even the toughest tracks look absolutely effortless. Tell you what I can predict, a hell of a lot more off-roading, a hell of a lot more mud, dirt and dust when we get the Wrangler into the Car Advice garage for some more testing.